What do you know about aspect ratios? How do they shape your viewing experience? Today, we're delving deep into this topic. Our journey starts in the early days of Hollywood, where most movies were shot on film with an aspect ratio of 4:3, the universal video format of the 20th century. Fast forward to modern times, and you'll find that most movies are shot on either a 1.85:1 or 2.41:1 aspect ratio. But aspect ratios aren't just confined to the silver screen. They've seeped into our everyday lives through smartphones, social media, and even our laptops. You might be familiar with the 9:16 aspect ratio, the darling of Instagram Reels and TikTok, perfect for tall videos. Or perhaps you've come across the 4:5 ratio, another favorite for smartphone videos. Meanwhile, the 1:1 ratio, though rarely used in devices and monitors, is ideal for square videos on Instagram, Facebook, and other social media platforms. The 3:2 ratio, originally used for classic 35mm still photography, is still favored on some laptops, tablets, and handheld game consoles. Then there's the 1.375:1 ratio, called the Academy ratio, standardized in 1932 by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. The 1.6:1 ratio was the original gold standard of cinematography, the default aspect ratio in movies filmed from the mid-20th century onwards. The 14:9 ratio is mainly used when 4:3 programs are cropped, and the widely familiar 16:9 ratio is used in television, HDTV broadcasting, Blu-ray disc, OTT platforms, and mobile phones. We also have the 1.85:1, the standard widescreen aspect ratio in modern cinema, and the 2:1, first used in the 1950s for the RKO Superscope format. CinemaScope and Panavision use an aspect ratio of 2.35:1, while 2.39:1 is the widest aspect ratio common in modern cinema. Then there's the anamorphic format, a cinematography technique of shooting a widescreen picture on standard 35mm film or other visual recording media with a non-widescreen native aspect ratio. When projected, images have an approximate 2:1, 2.2:1, 2.35:1, 2.39:1, 2.4:1, 2.55:1, and 2.76:1. Speaking of 2.76:1, this was the aspect ratio used in CinemaScope, a super widescreen format developed by the head of research at 20th Century Fox. MGM 65 and 70, a horizontal variant of 70mm, is used for the high-performance IMAX format. And finally, the widest of them all, the 4:1 aspect ratio, used in Polyvision, which projects three 35mm, 1.33:1 images side by side. Aspect ratios are more than just numbers. They've evolved over time, shaping our viewing experiences and how we engage with visual content. They give filmmakers the power to tell stories in a way that's visually compelling and immersive. So the next time you're watching a movie, take a moment to appreciate the aspect ratio. It's hard-working, behind-the-scenes work that makes your viewing experience what it is.